Was it clear, babe?
Yes, it was clear.
Then we're good to go! Previously on Linnea Nelson Vlogs.
Take some deep breaths, prepare myself emotionally. Like, I feel awful, like not being able to eat and having to like lose so much water through this whole prep. I feel awful, I feel delirious. Like, Robert and I had whole conversations yesterday that I don't remember. This weekend is just a wash. I just can't wait till this weekend is over. So, Robert and I just woke up. It is 5:50 right now. We're gonna drive to Briar Creek for my procedure. I didn't really get much sleep at all because I didn't take any Seroquel and because I was up all night going to the bathroom. I just want to get this procedure over with. Very, very ready. Very ready.
For this part of the video, we initially thought that I was going to record part of the colonoscopy and endoscopy, but Linnea chickened out, so here is a 10-second clip of me scrolling through Zillow to simulate what I was doing for 2 hours.
2 hours later. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
I forgot where I was, really. I don't even remember anything. How was your time in the waiting room?
Boring.
What'd you do?
I was looking at Zillow.
Yeah?
No. Watching YouTube videos on how to hang drywall.
My butt feels weird. My butt feels kind of like juicy. My butt feels kind of like juicy. My butt feels kind of like juicy. Oh god. I feel real relaxed. More relaxed than I've been in a long time.
No.
I can't believe they already did it. Like, I can't believe that they already did. Just went in there and did it. I had all these warm blankets and all these monitors, and this feels like taking Seroquel, but it actually feels good. Like, there's not that, like, being dragged down, like, against my will feeling. The Seroquel really feels like once it starts to kick in, just like I'm being dragged down. And I have to like get to bed before it like gets me. And this just feels like good. Like I just feel good right now. Which is really good. I never feel relaxed. I never ever feel relaxed. Feels so warm and fuzzy. My butt feels like it's leaking.
I mean, they kind of inflated everything. I'll probably wash some stuff with water down there.
It feels like it's leaking. I don't like this wet butt feeling. Like, it feels really gross. Like, it's just like getting all up between my legs. Like, maybe we should shower before we go get lunch, because I don't like this feeling.
Okay.
It feels really gross. So, I'm really cold, so I'm shaking, but they gave me apple juice. So this tastes like the most glorious thing that there ever was. Like, it tastes so freaking good. Apple juice has never tasted this good. So good. Trying to walk is very difficult. Okay.
After a very long and thorough shower post-procedure, Linnea finally got the bowl of tonkatsu ramen she wanted at Dashi, and then later that evening we got her a very large burger with sweet potato fries in the booth. After being thoroughly prepped, Linnea was actually able to eat a good portion of food for the first time in a very long time, so she was extremely excited. Am I in the shop?
Yeah, you're just barely in the shot now.
So, in this part of the video, we're going to go over the colonoscopy and endoscopy results and give you an inside view of what's going on inside of Linnea. So, we want to apologize in advance because the doctor's office only released part of the high-res images for the colonoscopy, so the rest of the images are scans and camera photos of the paperwork they gave us with the low-res versions. So that's kind of disappointing, but it's what we have. So, we were interested in doing both the colonoscopy and an endoscopy on Linnea. We're more interested in the endoscopy results and the colonoscopy results, but we'll go through both. So starting at the tip top of Linnea, we go down through the esophagus into the stomach. The upper third of the esophagus and the gastroesophageal junction showed no signs of damage. However, the lower third of the esophagus showed some mild signs of esophagitis due to acid reflux, but nothing to be particularly alarmed about. Going into the stomach, the gastric fundus and the gastric body and the incisura showed no signs of peptic ulcers or other signs of gastritis or inflammation that could be consistent with or symptoms of nausea or vomiting. Everything looked totally fine. Looking at the pylorus, there is no evidence of pyloric stenosis or anything that might cause an obstruction that might make it difficult for her stomach to move food into the small intestine. So that kind of rules out, a mechanical obstruction that might be causing her symptoms associated with nausea and vomiting. Going into the duodenum, there were no other obstructions, ulcers, or signs of, gastritis. So mild esophagitis, no gastritis, no peptic ulcers, no obstructions in the stomach. Now, coming up from the other end, going up through the rectum for the colonoscopy, there were no signs of hemorrhoids or rectal bleeding. Going into the sigmoid colon, there was a polyp that turned out to be a tubular adenoma of less than 3 millimeters in size. Thankfully, we removed it because technically that's a precancerous lesion that could have developed into something worse over time. However, this does mean Linnea has to get a colonoscopy every 5 to 7 years for the rest of her life until she hits her 50s, so we have to take it more frequently. Going up through the descending colon, through the transverse colon to the ascending colon and the cecum, there were no signs of inflammation, there were no diverticuli, there were no other polyps, so it can't be IBD, ulcerative colitis, or Crohn's. Looking at the terminal ileum, the appendiceal orifice, the ileo-cecal valve, there's no other signs of inflammation or damage. So to take away, from the endoscopy, there were no signs of gastritis, ulcers, or mechanical obstructions, only mild esophagitis. In the colonoscopy, there was no signs of IBD, Crohn's, or ulcerative colitis. There was only a sigmoid colon polyp that they were able to remove.